Alright, hello everyone. So, I was just, looking over the video I just made here, literally, and I just realized the audio is absolute trash. Mostly because I guess the thing was too high, but whatever. So yeah, I do want to apologize for that now. Yeah. So, sorry about the audio. You might have to tap to turn your device down or whatever to hear it. You can still understand what I'm saying, obviously. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I've had this microphone for a while now, so maybe it's finally going and I need to, like, go and get, like, a USB microphone or something I can actually plug into my computer. You know what I mean? I found some nice ones for, like, $20 on, what's it called? Found a nice one for like $20 on Amazon, so I'll look for one. It was going good earlier though. I don't know why. Maybe it's this computer, because as I told you earlier, I'm still working on OBS volume control, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I would have I would have re-recorded it like last video, but my reactions are really like too real that I literally don't feel like I can, you know, just delete them or whatever. So yeah, anyways, sorry about the audio, and make sure to turn on your volume. And with that out of the way, on to the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to some more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time, oh wait, I think the music's too loud. Whatever. Last time we finished off what was it, the Unbreakable Speckled Band, and yeah, what an ending that was. And next up, we're going to continue on into the adventure of the Runaway Room, but not in this episode. Yeah, no, we're not doing that now. I was going to do that, but I decided to kind of give you guys a bit of a treat here, in that I'll give you guys a sneak peek of some stuff. If we head into the game's special contents menu, there's a few interesting bonus things you get for just buying the game, and a few more things you'll unlock when you beat the first game, anyways. I'll go over all this at the end when I finish Case 5 of Adventures, which is we're going into Case 3. So when I finish Case 5, I'll go over all this because that's pretty much everything in here. But what I can do is go into the escapades and play a couple of short episodes. Yes. These are basically small little funny episodes or whatever that you can kind of read and watch through. We're gonna go through the first two. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna do all of them, mostly because they're bonus stuff. You know what I mean? You want to see them, buy the game yourself and play it, obviously. You know what I mean? But I just feel like, you know, maybe we just go through the first two, have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? Plus, I think the second one is pretty important as well, in my opinion. But yeah. Anyways, these all take place in between cases. So I think this one takes place just after we finished Case 1. This takes place, I believe, either a week or so before Case 2, which is the one we just did. And the rest of them take place in between all the other cases. I think the only one we can take is really just Case 3, and then we can't do the rest until we can't really do the rest until we beat the game, but whatever, right? Anyways, let's get into Case 1, Escapade 1. In the Defendant's Antechamber. Should be fun going into it, because all we need to know for this is the events of Case 1, which is really the thing. Oh my god, this is loud. There. That is almost as loud as my voice, seriously. That is crazy. There. We're like halfway in the yellow on OBS, so should be good. Just look at my priceless treasure now! I myself have scrubbed and scrubbed
but the repellent odor of meat will never be repelled from this resplendent surface again.
But you have it back in your possession at least. You should be grateful, old man.
How dare you!
Excuse me, but I'd just like to get at that Zabuton cushion there, if I could.
Rest assured, you miserable military malefactor, this is not over. Incarceration awaits those who defraud a senior citizen for his priceless treasures.
Watch your tongue, old man. Mark my words. I won't... Sorry, Sergeant, but, can I just, get at that Zabuton cushion there as well? Oh. I won't go to jail. Never. Imagine if I did. Well, the very next day, my boy was starved without a chain of command in place to provide for him.
Using the child to protect herself. Myself, I call that obstinate cowardice.
Yeah, these people are just ignoring me. You can't let me get my cushion and leave. Oh, really? And who just employed the old, poor, defenseless senior citizen tactic, Well, the only way to find an enemy who's using underhand tactics is with a tit-for-tat strategy. Sorry to interrupt again, but I just, really need to get that Western-style cushion there on the sofa. Enough of this insubordination. What do you want, man? Oh, no, please don't mind me. I'm just over here doing absolutely nothing, totally not eavesdropping on you guys' conversation.
Aha! Do my eyes deceive me, or is this the wide-eyed criminal from the trial before?
Wide-eyed, perhaps, but criminal? No.
What is this unhealthy fascination you seem to exhibit with seating arrangements of others, Why were you peering under the cushion of this upholstered seat?
Oh, well, the, thing is... Any luck? Did you find it? No, sadly not. I don't think it's here, Kazuma.
Tusk, you really are a liability to Ryunosuke.
Report! At once! Have you lost some? Is that it?
Yes. We were just on our way to a party to celebrate my friend's victory here, when...
I realized that my university pin badge was missing.
A university pin badge, you say?
Yes, from my collar here, you see? Affirmative. Uniforms must be kept in prime condition at all times. A missing badge is unacceptable. I thought if I looked around it would probably turn up somewhere. Like the old tale of the Kaban coin and the steak.
A parable of which I am acutely aware.
But I've exhausted my search now, really. The only logical conclusion is that someone must have stolen it. Don't look at me! I just don't find any old metal objects irresistible, Imagine what would happen if the little trooper idol here swallowed something like that.
I'm afraid we'll have to give up, Ryunosuke. Still, if you tell the office your student number, they should be able to issue you with a new one.
Okay.
What's the matter? Don't tell me.
Yeah. I don't remember my student number. How do you not remember your student number? Like, legit. If you're going to a school where that thing is needed, like, you don't remember your number? Oh, I guess, if you don't use it every day, but, like, still. You'd think that'd be one number you memorize.
I don't believe it. I mean, this is the second time you've lost your badge, isn't it? Isn't it?
Third, actually. How do you lose... If you're losing your badge that much, just wear it around... if you're losing your badge that much, literally just stitch it into your clothing so it can't come off. And only take it off when you're washing it. Whatever. And we're back, sorry. Just some stuff I had to deal with. Okay, let's turn the volume up slightly on my voice. Whatever. If my voice sounds a bit like weird, like, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't really know how my voice really sounds. Because, like, the recordings just depend on the microphone I'm using. So, like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like my voice sounds a little deeper than it is. And I don't know why. But whatever. Anyways, where were we? Yes. Oh yeah, Ryunosuke lost his team the third time. How do you lose your badge the third time? Like, legit, if I lost my ID or whatever, then, like, literally, I would literally just stitch it to my book bag, or, like, stitch it to my handbag, whatever bag I'm carrying. Like, you know what I mean? If you didn't think you could remember it, you should have made a note of it somewhere. I told you that until I was blue in the face the last time this happened. Ah, yes, I do seem to remember someone telling me something along those lines. It was you, was it? Wait, so you're telling me this man can remember vivid events in trials to the point where he can remember something as small as some blood on, the thing. He can remember something as small as some blood on a plate, yet he can't remember where he put his ID. Huh. You can't even remember who told you that you need to remember it? Well, student numbers are 6 digits, Kazuma. Who could remember 6 whole digits? Yume isn't exactly a long-established university, you know. All our numbers are still rather low. In fact, they only use the last 3 digits. Well, that might help, I suppose. That might help? Ryunosuke, it's only 3 digits you need to remember. Just 3. Sorry, my brain is such a disappointment.
Yes, well, anyway, young man, myself, I was greatly impressed with you in the courtroom today.
Oh? You mean me? Yeah? Really? You're impressed with him? Not me, the guy who basically busted myself out. Like, Kazuma helped, but I did a lot of the work. Really?
A lawyer already, even before you graduated, and such a loyal friend to this one.
This one? What's that supposed to mean? Oh no, I still have much to learn. In fact, that was brought home to me in no uncertain terms only last year. My Achilles' heel was spectacularly exposed by my best friend here.
Indeed?
What? By me? This is the first I've heard of it. Yes, by Ryunosuke Naruhodo. You can't have forgotten, surely. It was last summer, at the speech contest. The speech contest? Oh, that. Contestants had to take the stage and deliver a public address on any subject they chose. We were competing to give the most compelling and powerful speech. And yours was great. It made a huge impression on the audience. Obviously, since I was a budding student of law, I was determined to win. And sure enough, one by one my opposition fell. When I reached the final at last, I came up against you. Yeah, so you did. Not being rude, but when I first laid eyes on you, I thought to myself, this cheeky, wide-eyed no-hoper is out of his depth. He's going to be a pushover. That's your version of not being rude, is it? Well, I paid for my complacency, because it brought on that humiliating defeat. Defeat? How were your ranks compromised? My speech was going very well. I had the audience in the palm of my hand. They hung on my every word. And then, when I came to the very last line,
Yes? What happened at the last line?
It was supposed to be a climactic end. Unfortunately, I completely fouled it up, like I'm doing literally at every text box. Jeez.
Never!
You mean you stumbled on your words? Spectacularly. Even now, I can't believe I've ruined it. Well, what on earth did you say, man? Rudoski, you'd better say it. I still can't get my tongue around it. Yeah? It was that bad you couldn't say it? I mean, okay, he stumbled on his words. I mean, I can't be the guy that criticizes for stumbling on my words. I'm literally reading it and I'm still stumbling. Like, so I can't exactly blame him. Sure, of course. I can still recall it perfectly. What you said at the end of your speech, or rather, what you intended to say at the end of your speech, was this. So arise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight in the fight for filial piety. Or is it filial piety? I don't know. And what went wrong?
Yes, indeed. Myself, I see no problem with the pronunciation of these paltry words.
In that case, old man, I invite you to say it yourself.
Very well then, I shall. So arise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight and the fight for filial piety. It's impossible!
The arise, ladies and gentlemen part I delivered perfectly. But the next part had me floundering for a whole 5 minutes. Oh, Kazuma. Yo, you stumbled for a full 5 minutes on that? Sorry, I've only really seen these. I've only seen these once, so I don't remember them fully. But really, like, he really. What was it? What was it? The last part. What was it? And the fight. Applaud our forefathers playing the fight. The fight. For like. You can imagine just him going on like that for a full 5 minutes on stage. You just see the audience go from like, what? What is he saying to? Is he okay? Is he having a stroke? Like, to them just straight up laughing or something like that. I mean, they wouldn't laugh, but like, you get the point. Okay, I can see how that's you really messed up there. If you stumble like that for a full 5 minutes, just give up. Just give up and say something different. I don't know. By the end of it, I was on my knees and... Okay, sorry. By the end of it, I was on my knees in front of the podium. A blabbering mess. And that's when the audience started to heckle you. Yeah, I can see that. Arise, arise, they were shouting. Arise, arise. Who on earth? I can literally see it now. Just him literally stuttering like a malfunctioning robot, just trying to say his words, his words on his knees, and then the audience just going, "Arise, arise!" But then, of course, this man went and delivered his whole word. Here I'm going. But then, of course, this man went and delivered his word-perfect speech with a perfect ending. How did it go again? Let me see. So, my dear fellows, the message is simple. Treat your father and mother with respect. Something like that? I mean, talk about stating the obvious. But the fact is, I lost to that speech.
tongue-tied is the only way to describe it.
Well, it is quite tricky to say, I agree. That fight for filial piety, especially. And ever since that day, I've had this question whirling around in my head. Why did our forefathers choose such an awkward phrase? Was it to mock their children? I mean, they should have never been called filial piety. Oh, high tongue-tied. Can he? I mean, it should never have been called the filial piety in the first place. Ah! He said first place. Okay. At least you're going to Great Britain soon. It might not come up much there. Well, anyway. Having lost that accursed contest, I came after you to ask a question. How is it that you never trip up on your words? I inquired. And you just gave me a broad smile and said, speaking fast is my hobby. I mean, really? What kind of a hobby is that? Do you think you could take your hand off of your sword? Besides, it's just a way to pass the time. After that, you started talking to me at 10 to the dozen, like you were possessed almost. Honestly, you can't imagine the shock I suffered that day. You really can't. Yeah, you who beat all the other opposition, literally blitzed your way through everybody, got beat by one, your own inability to say a phrase, and two, this kid, this urban country kid whose only good ability is to speak fast. Like, you're right. I really can't. Speaking of fast is just the sort of hobby I'd expect a civilian like you to waste his time on. Well, you have to practice, of course, but there are some simple things to start with. Like this famous one, for example. Swift samurai swords swipe silently sideways.
Ah, yes. Even a decrepit tongue and an ailing frame such as mine can find its way around that one.
I've no doubt. It's just a bit of fun, really. I can't imagine anyone would struggle to say it. Isn't that right, Kazuma?
Uh-huh. Is it a challenge? Swift samurai sword. Ah!
A blabbering mess by word too. Okay, well that is pretty hard to say. You have to be like good at saying those things. Tongue twisters aren't easy. What was it? Sadie Sally sells seashells by the seashore, like something like that. I don't know. It's not just the samurai. Every good soldier needs to be able to handle a sword. That's why I've been busy teaching Otto the finer points of swordplay. None of this wordplay nonsense, Private. Come to think of it, not long after that, we started to attend lectures together, didn't we? And we got into that debate about family values at the sukiyaki place on campus. Do you remember?
Yes. Your argument was full of jokes and puns and wordplay as usual. I remember it well.
Oh, was it?
In any case, I swore that I would never let myself forget the shock you gave me back then. And as a symbol of how seriously I took that oath, I decided to wear this, my red Hachimaki headband.
Yeah? Hold up. Are you wearing a headband trying to get the Bardock look because you lost in a speech contest? Really? This man's copying Bardock because he lost a speech contest. What is this generation coming to?
Back in my day, you wore a red headband to symbolize your friend's depths.
Whatever. Sorry, Kazuma.
Yes?
You've lost me there, I'm afraid. I don't see the link. What does your red headband have to do with your oath? Because it will always remind me of that smug look on your face as you uttered those tantalizing words. What words? You mean another tongue twister? I practiced and practiced until my tongue bled, but in the end, I mastered it. Mastered what? Well, I think it's time you heard this, actually. Listen carefully now. Here goes. Red headband, dead headband. There. Word perfect. See? Yeah? A little three stanza poem? Red headband, dead headband. Seriously? I'd actually been meaning to ask you about that. Oh, I guess that makes sense actually. Red headband things because the tongue twister to remind himself. Okay, that makes sense. About this, I've been meaning to ask you about that. About the story behind your headband, I mean. Well, now you know. So I'll never forget the shock and humiliation of that day. That's why I wear this red headband every single day, without fail. Well, I don't know exactly how much of a shock you think you had back then, but it can't be more than the shock you've just given me now. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but the tongue twister I said didn't go the way you seem to have remembered it. Huh? It's just as famous as Swift Samurai Sword, so I can't believe you don't know it, really. It goes, red bread pan, dead bread pan. Oh. Red bread pan, lead bread... God dang it. Red bread pan, dead bread pan. There. Wait, what? Dead bread pan... Oh. It seems I've knocked some wind out of that headband of yours. It's not too late, Private. You could always start wearing a red bread pan on your head instead.
Your youthful figure is manifest, young man. Your cheeks are glowing redder than your Hachimaki.
Why do so many words have to be so similar? So, looking forward to Great Britain then? We'll have to deliver speeches in court in English? I suppose I can always shout... I suppose I can always shout seesaws. I literally just said this a few minutes ago. I suppose I can always shout seesaws on the seashore. Alright, I'll give you that game. You caught me there. But yeah, you guys can see how funny these are. And it's not just this one, it's all the other ones, but yeah. I don't know, should I do the escapades? Because that's just one thing out of a huge gallery of stuff. So like, I don't know. Tell you what. The next escapade takes place after case 3, I believe. And when that happens, I'm gonna flip a coin and see if I do the rest of the escapades and thing, because they are funny enough. But they're extra stuff, so like, you know, you don't really need to listen to them. Whatever. Or better yet, I could probably just wait until this video gets uploaded and then thing. Whatever. Anyways, let's do this next one. This one takes place, I believe, either a week or so before, either like a few days or like a week before, that, yeah. 6th of January, 6:23 p.m. Let me see something for a second. Because it was the something of January when case 2 took place. And if I swear to God this is the night before, I'm going to be go insane here for some reason. Like, what days does the Great Ace Attorney Adventures case 2. What is it? What is going on exactly? The Great Ace Attorney. What was it? Case 2. There it is. There it is. Is there anything saying? No, that's just a guide. No. Strategy wiki. Here you are. Where was he? No, this is for 2. I need 1. There it is. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Yeah, I knew it. January 9th. So this takes place like literally 3 days before. Alright.
It's almost 2 weeks now since we left Japan. I can't believe how quickly time has gone. So, our next port of call will be Shanghai. What is that? Who's there? Who could it be at this hour? Our detective, sir. A detective? Who? A great detective. I have to get back my Shelton's voice. I don't get it. What exactly is a great detective?
If you would just be so kind as to open the door.
Oh, yes, sorry, of course. Is something wrong, detective? Are you investigating a case?
Wherever a great detective goes, great cases occur. Indeed, I am the root of all evil. There, I think I have my Shelton's voice down pat.
Sorry? Then I don't think I want you in my cabin.
Under our very noses on this steamship, a terrible theft has just occurred.
What?
You noticed, I presume, the brief power failure a short while ago?
Oh, yes, the power couldn't have been out for more than 10 minutes, though.
Indeed, yet that was ample time for this wicked crime to be perpetrated.
I see.
Well, clearly, it's a case that needs investigating. Precisely. The culprit ran away in this direction, down the first-class cabin passageway here.
Really? The thief came this way?
I'm quite sure of it. It may have escaped the attention of the dim-witted crew, but not of the great detective. To that end, I will be obliged if you would allow me to investigate here in this cabin.
Well...
How curious! Is there some reason why I would inconvenience you to have your cabin searched? I'm really trying to get back my Shelton's voice, yet for some reason it seems I have forgotten it. And I don't know why.
Inconvenience me? Well, I'd be lying if I said no. After all,
There's a stowaway in that wardrobe right over there. It's just me in here, you see? No one else. So you might want to perhaps focus your attention on one of the other first-class cabins. As it happens, you are the only first-class passenger at present. The other cabins are vacant.
oh!
What was that? What? Did that rather tragic rumbling of the stomach arise from within you, my good fellow?
Of course. As I said, I'm the only person in here. It's no longer till dinner time now, so perhaps we could do this afterwards.
I do apologize, sir, but it is of the first importance that the investigation is not delayed. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, where did he go?
Yeah? You're literally, the first thing you look for is you're literally in front of the wardrobe?
Ugh. How did he suddenly move all the way over there?
Yes, without a doubt. But if the culprit were to be hiding in this cabin, it would have to be inside this wardrobe. I shall need to examine this wardrobe thoroughly. I presume you have no objections? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to decline. Really, you won't find any... Yeah, Renosuke? Really, Renosuke? You hear us talking, and then all you just hear is... Really? You hear us talking, and you felt like you needed to sneeze, so you couldn't hold your nose... Oh my god. Did those two rather tragic sneezes arise from your good self? Of course they did. As I said, I'm the only person in here. You have a curious knack of talking while sneezing, then. Twice, no less. This is going to be a tough one to argue. I was watching you quite intently, sir, and I assure you, I saw no signs of a sneeze. Ah! Couldn't Renosuke have held his nose? Literally, couldn't you? Like, he literally heard us talking. Oh, good. As I was saying, I shall need to examine this wardrobe. We've had it now then. The game's up. Well, guess that's it. Case over. Okay, yeah, whatever. Nobody hiding in there, it seems. What? You seem surprised. No, not at all. Yes, I am. He was in there for sure. I shut the doors on him myself. More visitors? Who's this now? Excusing me. Oh, Seaman Stroganoff. Sorry for disturbing, but crime has been committed on board ship. Yes, I heard. A terrible theft, apparently. How do you know this? Ah, well, the detective here just informed me, you see. Detective? Yes, I assumed you must have asked him to investigate. Detective, could you... Yeah? He's disappeared too? Where did he go, inside the wardrobe? I must ask you to cooperate with investigation into this crime, fully. Oh no, he's glaring at the wardrobe already. Well done, you found me. What are you doing hiding in my wardrobe? My good man, I was merely assisting in the practicality of concealment in such a place. And I would say that, at a push, a human could survive for up to 5 minutes in that cramped space. Renosuke's been in there for a fortnight. Is he not human? Who are you? Shh! This is the moment of truth. Well, the great detective is about to unveil the sordid details of this wretched crime. You mean to say... Yes, there can be no doubt that the culprit of this terrible theft did indeed conceal himself within this wardrobe. What? But that's impossible. He couldn't have done. Because my best friend was in there the entire time. Or at least, I thought he was. How can you be so sure of this? Elementary, my dear fellow. The criminal left behind the most revealing evidence. How else could you explain these 3 bones? Yeah, I'm getting my voice now. It's literally just a matter of just doing it over and over, so... What the... He's right. Look at those gnawed bones in there. Yeah, Renosuke, you just throw the bones somewhere in there? And 3 of them. The criminal has escaped this time, but I will find him and crush him.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something, Detective? Why, yes, of course. I am always delighted to hear such an inquiring mind. In this terrible theft, what exactly was stolen? What else? But some steaks on the rib bone. Huh? Did you say steaks on the rib bone? For this evening's dinner, 3 rib steaks were stolen from ship's kitchen only a short time ago. There was no functioning generator, and ship was without light for 10 minutes. Chef who saw criminals said he ran away down first-class passageway. And now I'm on his tail. Well, I'm afraid to say, dear fellow, that your man is no longer in this cabin. But how? Through the cabin door, no less. Having devoured his hole in his wardrobe, the culprit discarded the bones and concealed himself behind the cabin door as you came inside. Then, when attention was turned to the wardrobe, he seized his chance to escape through the open door. How? Sholmes walked in here. Oh, well, that makes sense. If they were behind there the whole time, it makes sense. Wait, what? They were behind there the whole time? Munoski just out in the wild? Really? What? Make haste, my good man. Off with the culprit. I shall follow presently.
Hold it!
Something troubles you, sir? I think maybe criminal is not running away at all. What are you suggesting? Now I know where dog is buried, Mr. Asogi. Me? Bah! When I think that you were culprit, everything was falling in places. The criminal that disappeared in first-class passageway, the bones in the wardrobe, odd clues are pointing their finger at you. Don't be ridiculous. I would never. Yes, of course. I established at once that you couldn't be the perpetrator of this crime. You did? Right. How are you so sure? My dear fellow, there are but 2 things in this world on which one can rely on with total certainty. What 2 things? The first is the word of a great detective, and the second is the tragic rumbling of an empty belly. Ah! Not again! When I first entered this cabin, there did arise from this gentleman a belly rumbling so odiously tragic that I confirmed beyond all doubt that the man had not eaten a single rib steak in some time, let alone 3. Why do I have to suffer this humiliation when I've done nothing wrong? Curses! I will catch this thief. He cannot have gone far. Indeed, assuming he decided against a post-meal constitutional swim. Well, if you will excuse me now, my apologies for upsetting your evening. Detective, one moment, please. Yes, that was a most remarkable deduction. Perhaps you'd be kind enough to tell me your name? Ah, it quite slipped my mind. You have been talking with the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. I see. Well, I'm Kazuma Sogi. I'm a student on my way to Great Britain. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Asogi. Oh, and before I forget. Yes? I feel I should warn you. Live cargo is strictly forbidden on this vessel. So you would do well to conceal the stowaway currently lying low under your bed as carefully as possible. Oh, under the bed? I bid you farewell then, Mr. Asogi. He's uncovered our secret. I suppose I should have expected nothing less of a great detective.
Yeah? So Ryunosuke just got out of the wardrobe and ducked under the bed as soon as he opened the door? No. When did you move in under the bed? That's... I thought we'd had it when you opened the wardrobe door. Ah, well... It was thanks to that split-second chance you engineered. But I'll tell you what. You distracted him for a moment, remember? When you suggested that he investigated the other cabins instead. Oh yes, he tended to look towards the corridor, didn't he? Well, I couldn't see what he was doing, of course. But I thought to myself, it's now or never, and the next thing I knew, I was under the bed. You really know how to give me a scare, don't you? It's weird seeing Ryunosuke like this, because literally, we always we're playing as him, so we don't see him. You know what I mean? So it's weird, you know, seeing him here like this with these sprites or whatever. I don't know. It's a bit trippy now that I think about it. Anyway, what's all this about the whipped steaks, huh? Sorry about that. I've just been so hungry. Yeah? You've been milling off Kazuma's food for like the entire trip and you're hungry, you greedy fool? Ever since we left Japan, stuck in that tiny wardrobe. Well, you should know. You've been splitting all your meals with me. You must be starving too, surely. Right on cue. And there was that power cut before, wasn't there? For about 10 minutes. So it was then. I caught a whiff of the most delicious smell. And I thought to myself, it's now or never. And the next thing I knew, I had the steak in my hands. This man just can't help himself getting himself into trouble. Well, alright, you were hungry. But 3 steaks? Thanks to you, 3 crewmen are going to go without tonight, I imagine. No. It was just the one. What? I only took one ripstick from the kitchen. That's all. But I don't understand. Hey, I'm not that selfish. If I'd stolen 3 steaks, I'd at least have tossed one your way. Ah! I'm not your pet dog. Well, in that case, who stole the other 2? Sholmes? Man, hold up. Man stole the steaks with Ryunosuke. He probably saw Ryunosuke. Oh, he probably saw Ryunosuke. What's it called? Stealing it and decided to follow him so we could hide. And then when the lights come back, he probably lost track of him. And when the lights come back on, he's like, ooh, that cabin. He opens the door. Hey, I'm an investigator. I'm a detective, and I'm investigating a crime. That's probably how he knew. He was with Ryunosuke stealing the steaks, and then, Ryunosuke ran off. Sholmes decided, I need a place to hide. Followed him, and then ended up losing him in the first class cabin area. Do you think, could there be a ghost on board? Meat-loving ghost? There can only have been a single bone in the wardrobe when Ryunosuke moved to hide under the bed. Which means that the other 2 bones can only have been put there by one very flesh and blood person. That's why. Because what Stroganoff said was that, like, what great detective? He didn't know. What's so funny? We're on a haunted ghost ship. A great detective, or a great mischief maker. Either way, I think I'd like to spend a little more time getting to know that man. The great Airlock Sholmes. Airlock Sholmes. Well, you have a few days, Kazuma. You have a few days. To be honest, I don't know why that was like spoilery or whatever. Like, well, I guess because case two introduced everything, so whatever. Anyways, we're doing a video a bit on the shorter side. I just wanted to go through those two escapades to kind of show off, you know what I mean? So there's that. Next time, we're gonna head right into the adventure of the runaway room. I believe I had a voice. I have it. Let's see. How did it go again? It was down-pitched a bit, but a bit gravelly as a result. Yes. So what did he say? Oh yeah, this is a sneak peek, anyways. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. There, that's good. I might change it when we're actually recording the video, but yeah. I don't know, I might do a bit more like open mouth with a bit more gravelish tone. Nah, that doesn't sound like him at all. Whatever. Anyways, I will see you all next time.